This is highlights from a single round of King of the Hill, playing on MGT's Altis server today. Just leaving the spawn in a Mohawk, that's me flying at the moment. Just got over the AO, decided to let these guys para drop out. I'm going to attempt to land this thing. Decided not to land in the middle of the AO, decided to go outside the AO a little bit, right on the edge. Not too good at making those combat landings. You try to land in the AO in King of the Hill and you're going to get RPG'd pretty quickly. I moved up towards Tower 3, having a quick look at the central tower. On this part of the map, that's Tower 5. Got quite a few friendlies going for the central tower, and here comes an enemy heli.
My God.
Yeah, lovely. Quite a few kills there too. Right at the start of the round, if you can get into the AO pretty quick and hit any incoming enemy helis with the RPG, you can get quite a lot of kills that way. Right, cut to a few minutes later now. I've actually got killed and come back into the AO. You can see I've got my actual crewman loadout on now. The last loadout I was using in the last clip just happened to be given that one, and just tried to get into the AO as quickly as possible. Didn't worry about changing my loadout there. And yeah, pretty sure that I did not cause that helicopter to blow up. I believe it was shot by an RPG, but I managed to shoot one of the other people in the heli before the RPG killed them all.
Yeah. Take one of these, Luke.
Anyway, I was going to ditch the launcher because I'm out of rockets, but my mate's going to give me an extra rocket, so that's not too bad. Hasn't fired either of his 2 rockets yet.
You go. Big heli.
Looks like an enemy Mohawk just flew over, but I wasn't able to reload the launcher in time.
We need to go to the zone, Luke. Put that away. No.
Anyway, we're going to continue towards the priority area. It's a fairly close game. Independent has taken the lead, but Blue 4 is definitely getting some points here. And we're actually leaving Op 4 in the dust at the moment.
Car in front of us. Car east 100.
Just getting close to the outskirts of the priority area. It's in quite a dodgy place at the moment. It's a lot of open terrain here. Get in a better position before I start shooting anywhere. Got to try and revive this friendly. He's right on the edge of the AO. Right on the edge of the priority area, sorry. Definitely worth trying to revive him.
Getting shot from tower.
Mate Bambi's just saying we're being shot from one of the towers, just trying to figure out what tower it is. Looks like it's Tower 2.
Yeah, 2. I was right out in the open, you can't really get me.
That's probably where our friendly was just shot from as well. Okay, we haven't started taking any more fire yet, so it looks like it was just that one guy in Tower 2.
I'll respawn and see what gear I've got available to me now.
Trying to get into the priority area still, but it's in really open ground here. Just gonna run around in the smoke for a bit, see what happens. there's a bit of cover over here, let's run for it. Hope we don't take fire from Tower 2. And there's people up there. Yeah, we were lucky they didn't see us as we run into the priority area there. They must have been distracted by someone else. There's a good chance that there's someone still alive in Tower 2 reviving all the dead enemies. So, still keeping an eye on it. It's definitely our main threat at the moment. Tower 5's probably quite a big threat as well. I'm not totally sure where I was shot at from then. I'm guessing Tower 2, but it could be wrong. Pretty hard to tell there. Got a few friendlies nearby, including one in a Strider, so I'm going to wait and see if I get a revive. If the Strider's got any smokes left, he can blast the smoke. If not, he can park the Strider between himself and the between myself and the gunfire. I'm doing alright on the scoreboard, but there's this other guy on the blue 4 that's doing pretty well as well. And I'm actually being revived by the other guy that's doing pretty well on the scoreboard there. Revived while in the priority area, not bad. EAC parked the Strider in a good place there to give me cover for the revive. Got a bit of open space to cross here. Zigzagging a little bit to avoid incoming fire. But it wasn't good enough, unfortunately. And luckily this guy with the Strider's on the case again. Putting the Strider between myself and the incoming fire. Nicely done there. Pretty good use of the armoured vehicle, and pretty good teamwork as well. Keeping me alive in the priority area there. Let's see if we can get a view on Tower 5. Can't actually see him poking through the window at the moment. The fact that he didn't shoot at me that much means there must be other people shooting at him right now as well. Yep, they definitely stopped shooting over here now. We've quite a few friendlies inside the priority area. Blue 4's in control, although saying that, we've just lost control. But it's still a pretty close game. Independent's not getting too far ahead on the points, and now Op 4 has got some points as well. They almost caught up with us actually. Yep, once that guy got the slow walk, I was pretty much guaranteed to get him after that. Could have done a better job of killing him, but still not too bad. Oh, there is one on Tower 5. Took a second to spot him through the gap there. Unfortunately, a few minutes after that got killed, so currently making my way back into the area of operations. And this guy does a pretty fucking crazy flyby. Right, just getting back into the area now. Independent's taking a bit of a lead again. Trying to get towards the priority area. There's no friendlies inside at the moment. We've got a few friendlies approaching from the east side of the priority area, so I'm going to get as close to them as I can and still get in the priority area as well. Very risky to drive straight in like that. If there'd have been people in the building very close to my left or right, they would have taken us out, and it was just a bit of fluke. There was no enemies in there really, but sometimes it's worth taking the risk, you know. Blue 4 is now back in control of the AO. The armoured personnel carrier. I don't know how many rockets it takes to destroy that thing. I've driven it before multiple times and it's been killed by one rocket. And then I have destroyed it with one rocket before, but then also other times it's taken 2 rockets and not even been destroyed. I think it depends where you hit it. Not exactly sure where you need to hit the thing. Probably in the side, I'm guessing. Or if you can get up high and shoot it from above, that'll probably do quite a lot of damage as well. Anyway, Blue 4 in control, back in the priority area, and I can see this enemy car. And again, shortly after that, got taken out. So, on my way back in once again. And I saw this aeroplane flying around, can't see any light blue marker on it, so I'm pretty sure that's an enemy plane. Wondering what it's doing near our spawn. Let's try and get it with the RPG. And yeah, damn nice shot there, pretty happy with that. Although, as it turns out, that was actually a team kill. I couldn't see the blue square above the aeroplane for some reason. That can happen sometimes. If you happen to have a bit of lag at some point during the round, you can lose the names of some of the players. I'm assuming it's if you've got lag just as the player joins the server or whatever, but yeah, sometimes the friendly may not have the markers above their head. It's usually a sign that you've had some lag or something. If you exit the server and rejoin, you will be able to see those people's squares again. But anyway, got back into the area of operations, driven straight into the priority area. Once again, the priority area is in a pretty open space, so I've parked the car where I can, behind what cover I can, but yeah, it's pretty sketchy. Luckily, Tower 5 is full of friendlies, so that's definitely helping us a lot right now. If there is enemies in Tower 5, we'd definitely be getting shot to crap right now.
I'm going to go on again.
And we've actually almost caught up with the independent team's points at this stage of the round. Blue 4 still lagging behind a bit, but they've got some points. Again, failed to shoot that parachuter. That one was a little bit easier. Check Tower 2, and yeah, I can see some people shooting from Tower 2 again. They're probably shooting towards our friendlies in the priority area from Tower 2. Definitely at least one more in there. Went for a bit of a fluke shot on that guy, but yeah, it's very hard to get people when they run up the stairs like that. Just waiting for them to start popping their heads up again. Yeah, there's one. And definitely hit it there, but it did not blow it up in one hit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes it does destroy it with one rocket, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it makes any difference what team you're on. If the independent team's armoured personnel carrier is stronger or not, I don't know. It's possible. I'm going to check Tower 2 again. Definitely going to still be some enemies up there. Just about managed to get that guy. Couldn't see too much of him there. And the second one was definitely a bit easier though. Dead friendly just out here. Let's see if I can revive him. Got a couple of smokes down. The biggest threat is Tower 2. I'm just going to have another look, make sure it's still clear before I go for the revive. Give that smoke a bit of time to spread out everywhere. Going to abandon the hunter for a minute and move towards the priority area. Grenades coming in. I don't know if that was enemy or not. So better get in some hard cover to heal, just in case there was an enemy nearby. Right, considering stepping out of this hard cover and moving more towards the centre of the priority area again, but just having a bit of a look around. Also listening out for the gunfire to try and tell where people are from the sound. And probably my main concern is still Tower 2. They've just got such a good view of this area. He's not showing too much of himself, that guy on the right there. Try and get him anyway. Finally managed to get him. Really couldn't see too much of him there. Extra zoom on the AMS definitely coming in handy there. The AMS scope. Right, jump to a few minutes later, back in the priority area, though Independent has control, but Blue 4 has put themselves on the same amount of points as Independent now. Right, that one did actually get destroyed one hit, although I managed to kill myself and at least one other friendly at the same time, so that's at least 2 team kills now. One of the problems with the launcher, got to watch out for those team kills. I've been revived, and I was in the priority area, but we've got a dead friendly down here, so I'm just going to go and revive him. I heard gunshots, so I think there's still an alive enemy. Yeah, he's right on the body. Now going to attempt to get back into the priority area. Got to try and stay in the priority area as much as possible to maximise your score, unless you're just going for pure kills, of course. Friendly just got taken out over there, so let's go and check out this building. Threw a grenade at one door, hopefully that's going to block the left door so I can just fire at the right door. Yeah, it worked out pretty well. Got a rearm option, so let's see what I can get off him. Oh, I've got some bullets in my gun, nice. And this guy's respawned, so I'm going to take what I can off his body too. Cut to a few minutes later again. Blue 4 have actually taken the lead. Back in the area we were in not too long ago, where Tower 2's got a view of us. Actually took fire from Tower 5 then. Almost got killed as well. Pretty lucky to get away with that actually. Just checking on the ground as well for some other infantry, but I'm pretty sure it was Tower 5 that shot at me then. Okay, yeah, I think that was him. Not totally sure it was him, but probably was him. Almost certainly there's still other enemies in Tower 5 as well, but I can't just stay there scoping out Tower 5 the whole time. I've got to move around a bit and try and stay in the priority area. Definitely still worried about Tower 2 as well. And unfortunately got taken out by an MX there. Those thin metal buildings I'm in, quite a few of the guns will shoot straight through that, including of course the 6.5mm MX as you saw there. But after having respawned, got a cart, making my way back into the priority area. Was thinking about going right into the priority area, but we have no friendlies. All our friendlies that are in the AO are all in this area around now, so thought I'd try and get close to these other friendlies and then maybe we can all move together in one big group. They were kind of parked in a stupid place and got at least 3 people killed then as we all got out of the car. Once again, Tower 5 I believe it is. And that guy just got taken out straight away. As you can see, I'm not the only person shooting at Tower 5 again. They had us pinned down for a second there, but just more than one person shooting back at Tower 5 totally reversed the situation. Now we've got Tower 5 pinned back down. Although I'm waiting for them to show their heads, but they're not, so... Well, they are actually in that lower left window, but actually already had the RPG out, so may as well go for the RPG. Just trying to kill those enemies as quickly as possible so I can revive these friendlies, as it's my fault these friendlies are dead. Thought I'd say screw it and waste the rockets just to make sure I can get these friendlies back on their feet as quickly as possible. Okay, Blue 4 still in control at this point. Didn't actually have too much time to shoot that parachuter before he went behind the building there. Still worth trying though, I thought. Near a vehicle. Yep. Quite fortunate that that vehicle went just in front of the area I could see there, because I couldn't really see too much of any main road from this building I'm in right now. But Op4 has taken control. Op4 is actually bringing themselves back into contention by taking a load of points. They were trailing behind for ages, but now they've almost caught up with us again. Still, we got 3 friendlies in the priority area and we don't have control. Right, cut a few minutes later here. Me and this other guy, Dons, have been in the priority area quite a lot. He's revived me quite a few times in this round, and I've just noticed that he's been killed, so I've got to try and revive him. And I just noticed there's a guy on the roof of that building there. Can't really get an angle on him from here. That grenade's just going to go straight over him, unfortunately. But the guy on the roof won't be able to shoot us here, so I'm going to try and go for the revive. I'm not sure where he was shot from. Can't see any enemies. This other guy's just taking fire just as he gets near the door. He's doing his best to avoid the incoming fire, but it wasn't good enough. I should really try to take out that enemy before I go for the revive, but I'm not really sure where the enemy is. I'm not sure how far he is. I'm hoping that the smoke's going to be good enough to do the trick. And yeah, he just about got away with it. Right, I'm looking in the direction where the enemy is, but I can't see him, or where I think the enemy is, but I can't see him. Make sure this building's clear as well, while I'm here. We need to try not to get too distracted about staying outside of the priority area. We need to concentrate on staying inside the priority area, but I do want to take these enemies out as well, or this enemy. So I'm guessing he's by the church somewhere. Hold up here for a minute and see if I can hear him shoot. Oh, I've just remembered about the guy on the roof as well, just in time as well, because he's starting to look over here now. Bit of scope sway going on, and he was shooting back at me, but I did manage to get him luckily. Considering I couldn't see that much of him and I had no hard cover, I was actually definitely lucky to get away with that. I think an enemy just tried to throw a grenade at me. He's got to be close. Once again very lucky. I think he couldn't see me too well through that knockdown tree there. Was going to run straight towards the priority area and saw this enemy heli. He's quite an easy shot as well. Right, time to go back to the priority again. Now I did actually spot a guy, but it looks like he was already looking at me when I spotted him, and allowed him to kill me quite easily, unfortunately. Anyway, back at the spawn, just about to drive back in. Get Quill in, because they're pretty fast, rather than the Hunter, but just noticed this heli kind of floating in the air at the spawn. Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, back into the area of operations, not in the priority area at the moment. But have noticed some more enemies in Tower 2 again. Just estimated the range at about 500 meters, and I could see there the shot just went over his head, so I'm now aiming just below the target, so I'm zeroed for 500 and they're probably like 470 meters or something like that. So. Gonna get back in the car and try and go into the priority area, I think. Op 4 is actually now caught up with Blue 4 on points, and Independent has taken the lead, so this round is like totally turned around. Not sure if I shot him through the wall there. It's possible 7.62 will go through some walls. I think some of the bullets will go through a wall like that if you keep shooting it on the 7.62. The grenade that I threw went totally over to the right of the building. Completely missed. Yeah, shot in the back. Not exactly sure where that came from. Possibly the central tower. Got a live friendly near me, so I'm going to wait for a revive. Op4 has now stormed in the lead on points. That's crazy. They were lagging behind big time at the start of the round, but now they've totally taken it back. And Blue 4 is actually losing at this point. It's definitely a big turnaround. You don't always see that. Anyway, I'm back on my feet and it's time to continue our mission of controlling the priority area. Let's have a look for this helicopter that I can hear. Too high and too fast. Got some parachutes coming in though. Easier target. But anyway, I've just lagged behind the priority area. I'm outside it, so I'm going to quickly run inside the priority area. A lot of enemies coming in, but I'm going to try and get inside the priority area and shoot these parachuters. But unfortunately, a friendly team killed me there. So, coming back into the AO once again. Getting towards the end of the round here, and Blue 4 have kind of not been able to take that many points at the end of the round. Op 4 have totally stormed in the lead. And look like they may even win the round at this point. I've driven straight into the priority area once again, doing what I can to try and help Blue 4 maintain control. But it seems like a lot of Blue 4 have kind of given up. Perhaps some of the players that were in the priority area earlier have left the round. This round has been going on for quite a while now, as the game's been so close. It seems to be just me and Dons here doing most of the work now towards the end of the round, but there's just not enough of us to get control of the priority area. Definitely do with a couple more friendlies in here. And I've decided to have a bit of a look from inside this building, not really paying enough attention to the fact that I'm not in the priority area and the round's just about to end. And unfortunately we ended up losing. We ended up being third place when we were in control for probably most of the round. Although it was very close, very good game. Yeah, when stuff like that happens, when it's, you know, not totally one-sided, one team brings it back, that just makes the game way more interesting. It was pretty damn good round there, most enjoyable. Some pretty good teamwork on Blue 4 at times as well. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to click on the notification bell for YouTube to actually tell you when I release new videos. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Take it easy.